my name's Monica Blanco, and this is my discussion 6 reflection. So, for describe the learning events, analyze where have you been, and plan where do you go next. So, at the beginning of this course, I didn't really know what I was going to expect or what I was going to come across with instructional design. However, I soon figured it out. So, throughout this course, we learned about 5 different instructional design models, and one that really stood out to me was the backward design model. This is where you plan your units with the end goal in mind. That way, with either the assessment or the overall objective of the unit, so that you can plan you can have intentional planning with your lessons and your lesson activities in order to make sure students are more successful. So this was something that I was actually already doing within my classroom, just unintentionally. I didn't, know the name behind it. However, after I learned more about it through this course, I became more intentional in my lesson planning process with keeping that in mind. So it helped me to be a stronger teacher in my lesson planning and to provide my students with more intentional activities. Also, the instructional coach came and talked to me and the other 6th grade teacher the other day and let us know that we were actually going to, be working together with the other 6th grade social studies teachers from the other middle school in order to come up with a pacing guide for the 6th grade social studies for our district. So I feel like after learning about backward design model, it'll help me to be more successful in creating that, and I will be more prepared. And so I'll be able to look back at my notes and see what worked and what didn't work in order to provide a more flowy and more cohesive pacing guide for our district. And what will you do differently in the future to conduct a task analysis, need assessment, core design delivery, technology implementation assessments? So throughout this course, we learned about something called hierarchy task analysis. So this one really stood out to me since it's the task analysis where students are asked to perform at a certain level before they're able to move on into the next task before they finally reach the goal slash objective. So within each of my classes, I teach six times throughout the day. I have students from all different levels. Yeah, I have my higher level students and I have my lower level students all mixed into one classroom. So I liked this task analysis since it really helps to provide like a scaffolded instruction design model to my students. So that is one that really stood out to me. And then in addition with technology implementation, so before I took this course, I actually took a course called Innovative Technology Integration, and I really learned a lot about different types of technology tools that I can implement to my instruction, because that was something I really struggled with, was choosing which technology activities was really actually beneficial or which ones were just for the purpose of incorporating technology. So that class really helped me to come up with different activities and different websites and different resources that I could use in order to implement into my classroom. So I learned a lot from there as well. And then I will also, plan to continue working on my pacing guide and creating a instructional design unit that my students would be and future students would benefit from, since it would help to create a cohesive lessons and unit plan for my students. In addition to ITC standards that, apply to my reflection and apply to my learning experience throughout this entire course would be 2.1 and 2.5 for the educators. So 2.1, educators continue to improve their practice by learning from and with others and exploring proven and promising practices that leverage technology to improve student learning. So not only in this course, but also in the course that I mentioned earlier, Innovative Technology Integration, they're both very interactive courses where I'm learning from my peers. And through that learning process, I have gained a lot of knowledge about different resources that, the internet provides or activities that would be beneficial for my classroom. So that is one way that I gain from that. And then 2.5, educators design authentic learner-driven activities and environments that recognize and accommodates learner variability. Going back to the backwards planning model, I really worked really hard to look at the end goal and looking at the assessment, what my students really need to know, what they really should gain and understand from each unit. And those that just process really helped me to create and provide activities that were beneficial to my students in order for them to get the best overall learning experience. So that is my reflection. If you have any comments or any questions, please feel free to comment below. Thank you.